Hey everybody, it's me, Russ. Cat problem. Different kind of cat. Got a busted window. It's a Transit 250 U-Haul. U-Haul needs some help.
Spoiler alert, the moral of this story is don't leave your cat in the U-Haul for hours on end.
Oh yeah. So we're talking literal cat. Got a hold of this vehicle and ripped whole seat.
Also tore the headliner apart, which is on back order, along with the handle right there and the cover to the top of the seat.
Ripped the seats apart. And hopefully they had insurance with their rental. Because this thing is about brand spanking new, man. This vehicle's got 2,300 miles on it. It's like less than an oil change. It's just a baby.
If you're moving by a pet carrier, then you will have to deal with this kind of damage. I had to PO those who weren't in the... But here, I'm going to show you how to do the seatbelt. This is a 2021 Ford Transit, and I did the upholstery too. I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing you how I did that. But first part of this is removing this little plastic cover that covers the seatbelt itself. Easy, pops straight up. So you have to lift that handle. It's got little clips in it. Pops into, and then torques 45 is how that comes out right there. And the seatbelt does go under that handle, by the way. Just remove that bolt. You have 3 of those torques 45 bolts to remove, doing this job. And it's pretty easy with this vehicle. Here's some of my first upholstery work. I've never done upholstery work before, but just reading the shop manual, I use these hog clips, they're called, and a hog clip tool in order to put the seat cover back on. So, yeah, I just tossed out the old one and those hog clips. I guess they hold the upholstery down to give it that, like that. I did that seat there. I'll be honest, when I got this job, I thought I would be just replacing the seats, right? It's like, no, I did the whole back seat upholstery and cushioning. Replaced all of that stuff. Ford approved parts. And here's the roller, the bottom there, easily came out. And all of the, I'll show you a little more when I put it back together, but all of this plastic that went around that stuff is also just easily pops out with a body tool. Just give it a little tug, you know, you might have to be a little forceful with it. Try not to break anything, of course, but just, it all just pops right out with the body tool. It has those clips in it that are holding on. And also in the description below, you can buy this set of body tool prying parts. They're all made of nylon so they don't scratch anything. And it helps support the channel. So link in description below to buy some more tools. So that's a little body clip. It just pops out. I had to look at the new seatbelt. I was hoping it wasn't a rivet, and it's not. It's just a pop-in piece of plastic. Body tool. So you got a pigtail here. Needs to come out. Just use a pick to pull it up. These pigtails are weird. You just pull firmly and they come out. Just as they came out. There. That. And then there was this little cover which you pull out a little bit with a body tool and just it pulls straight out. You got to give it a little English, but it comes out. And again, T45. Starting with that. After installing this, then we go down to the bottom here and time to line up our roller. Now this, I wanted to spend some time on this because this little pigtail was hard to get in. It was harder to get in than it was to get out. You just got to be a little forceful and make sure everything lines up, and it will eventually slide right in there. And then you put the clip in and lock it in place, and you'll be good to go. It lines up with that little keyway there. Put in our Torx 45. We're going to torque all these bolts to spec, by the way, and the torque wrench I bought on Amazon. So that will also be in a link in the description below. The torque wrench that I'm using in this video right here, as a matter of fact. And here, where the seat belt attaches to the seat itself, it goes under that recliner arm. I had to fish it under there. You could lift it up. I was using one hand holding the camera with the other phone. And yeah, you just run that puppy in right there. Another T45, of course. And we're gonna cinch them all down to spec. This is here's the instructions that came with the seat belts themselves. In the shop manual it said 35, but this said 40. So here's the metric Newton, whatever it is. So it's the click type. You just tighten it till you hear that click, and you know that that's where it's supposed to be. Click type torque wrench. That's the best way to go. So there's this water barrier thing that you have to pull out in order to make this thing fit when you pop it back in. So I also used a body tool to pry that back a little bit. But these go straight in at the bottom. They have to line up and then straight in at the bottom. And then I use this to pop it together like that. Easily popping those body panel parts back together. It was easier to get them off than putting them back on, that's for sure. This one slides in on the bottom again. And on the other side, you have this weather stripping stuff on each side. So you have the sliding door, or the back door on the side, passenger side, which means that it has this weather stripping on both sides. So that makes it a bit of a challenge on the other side to get the body panel popped back into place. But there it is on the driver's side. And this guy just pops right back in there underneath the handle, and slide it and pop it back in. I needed two hands for that, so here we go. That's the way it goes. I wouldn't be the one who has to clean this car. It smelled like cat pee really bad, and this was just not the most pleasant job I've ever done. But, you know, I did some upholstery work on this job. It's the first time I ever did that, so adding that to my plethora of automotive knowledge on this job. Another pry tool. I bought this one at Harbor Freight, and it seems to work, although I did break one. So, and they were a little more expensive than the ones that I listed on Amazon here. So here I am doing the other side. It's harder to see, but yeah, that's that side with the weather stripping on both sides. Don't forget to subscribe, and why not watch another video? Stick around!